Philadelphia. First time in Hawk history they've opened a season in Philadelphia. The 76ers posting a 15-point first quarter lead, and Steve Smith, one of the big reasons why the play of Samuel Dalembert.
He came out with a lot of energy. He caught some lobs, but what he did on the defensive end is block 2 shots, and he had a lot of changes. And what I mean by changes, he went up and made guys change their shot. He brought a lot of energy. He had 3 rebounds, and he was a key for the Philadelphia 76ers in that run in that first quarter they had.
Ended the period with 2 blocks. Well, the Hawks have got to figure out a way to get Joe Johnson going. He was 1 for 5 in that opening frame. He is right now out there guarding Carney right now for Philadelphia. Stoudemire in the game, and he's a guy the Hawks can look to for some instant offense.
Instant offense. He doesn't need any touches. He doesn't need to get warm. Once he catches it, the sniper can hit some threes and get the Hawks right back into this game. And so can this guy shoot the ball long. Kyle Korver.
Childress coming the other way, a 4-on-3. Goes pass, picked off by Willie Green. Atlanta in the opening quarter, 7 of 20 from the field for 35%. Sixers shot 45% on 9 of 20. Hawks out-rebounded by 4.
And the turnovers, and right there, Joe Johnson had a turnover, but they are really hindering the Hawks right here, because once they turn it over, the Philadelphia 76ers are getting into transition, and they are converting.
Joe's second basket, 31-16. Pachulia guarding Hunter. Pick and roll. Hunter takes it and slams it.
When you see that elbow screen, John Stockton and Karl Malone mastered it the best. It's so hard because it's so close in. Once you show and you make a pass to a big guy right there, he doesn't need that many dribbles or that much room to get a chance to get to the basket. And the defense has to really pay attention and watch this play right there. So the defense has to get over there right now. Joe Johnson's a little late, and when a big guy catches it that close, he can cover a lot of ground, as Stephen Hunter did right there on that play.
At the other end, Hunter called for the blocking foul on Pachulia. Hunter is first, sends Z to the line. His numbers from a season ago, 2 points so far. First Atlanta free throws of the game. The home opener for the Hawks comes up on Friday night. The New York Knicks will be in town. Our coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, right here on FSN South. Friday night, the home opener at Phillips Arena. Pachulia splits the pair. 33-17. Ollie throws it away.
Great anticipation by Speedy. Jumped out there in the passing line and made Ollie throw it away.
We hear players so often talk about the difference in intensity when you go from the preseason to the regular season. And there is a different level of play once you ring the bell.
Yes, it is. And most teams that have a lot of veterans, you know, they usually don't play. You don't play hard. You kind of go through plays. You try to try things and work on things. But once that bell rings, you have to be ready. And so far in this game, the Philadelphia 76ers have came out more ready than Atlanta Hawks.
Kyle Korver showing that good outside touch. He's got 6. 35-17. That's the biggest lead tonight for the home team. Johnson. Pachulia fighting for it, and he is fouled. Kevin Ollie with his second foul.
We need more from Zaza, offensive rebound. He did that well last year. When he ranked 3rd in offensive rebounds last year, and right now we need a guy to step up and do the intangible, do the little things. And Zaza getting that rebound, giving the Hawks another chance at another possession, because possessions are important for the Hawks right now in this first half.
Claxton's leaner. There's an offensive rebound for Pachulia. Stoudemire for 3. Hunter knocks it out of bounds.
And all three of these possessions is because of Zaza Pachulia is working. He got 2 offensive rebounds right then earlier, and then this possession right there, he went after the offensive rebound, and Stephen Hunter couldn't gather it. And what Zaza did is gave them another chance to score. The old saying, 3 to make 1, 3 chances to make 1.
Johnson kicks it out. Stoudemire fires again. Childress underneath. That's rejected by Hunter. Pachulia working hard. Score the basket and a foul on Philly.
Take your hat off to Zaza. 3 offensive rebounds and a basket and drew a foul all in one possession. Zaza Pachulia doing what you have to do when you're down a lot to a team. Offensive rebound, do the little things because you're not scoring right now, but Zaza is taking up and clearing space.
A timeout with 8:58 remaining in the second. Z leading the Hawks back into the battle, 35-19.
Right now, as members of Best Western Speed Rewards.
Jacket there is Marvin Williams. And the Hawks would so dearly love to have him, but injured last Thursday in practice prior to the final preseason game. A broken left hand. On the cusp, Smitty, I think, of a breakout season.
I think so, Bob. I think what he did is what you're supposed to do as a professional basketball player. He went in the offseason, worked on not only his game, but his body, and I think his confidence showed in the Summer League, winning the MVP. And throughout the preseason in this early time of practice, he was showing improvement. He was tagged as my guy to step up for a loss of Al Harrington to come out and really have a breakout year, but he still can. It's just a little setback right now for Marvin. He has to go back to the drawing board and get ready to go at it again.
Pachulia finishing off the three-point play, 35-20. Hawks got 6 shots out of that last possession. Pachulia, 3 offensive rebounds. Iverson turns it over. And D'Alembert with the reach-in. First on D'Alembert. And the Hawks will have the basketball as they try to peck away, get this thing down to a manageable number, 15 at the moment. The biggest Philadelphia lead has been 18 tonight.
When you look out here, Bob, both teams have went to small ball. There's only one big guy out there and then all littles. And a lot of teams are starting to follow the Phoenix Suns and try to play small ball and get up and down. What do you think of it? What do you think of it?
Well, I'm a little traditionalist, I think. I believe that it's nice maybe in the regular season, but boy, crunch time, it's difficult.
It's difficult because you got to be able to rebound and got to have those big guys down there controlling the game.
Fly to the basket by Childress.
Very nice play by the Hawks. A nice break, a nice finish by Josh.
But the flip side of that coin, Smitty, where are all the big guys?
There's not many. You're right.
Kind of forced to go to it.
Kind of forced to go to it.
Childress cuts off the back door. Shot clock at 6. Where's Iverson? Green has to hoist it. And it's no good. Rebound Childress. Out to Stoudemire. Hawks want to push. They played at a faster tempo in the preseason. They've been caught in a half-court game so far tonight. Claxton. And a whistle. Hawks able to draw another foul. Second on D'Alembert. That is the 5th team foul, so the Hawks go over the limit. Rather, Philly goes over the limit. The Hawks go to the line. And Speedy Claxton will step up. Smitty, for our Hawks fans that aren't that familiar with Speedy, yes, he's been in the league 6 years, but what is he going to bring to this Hawks team at the point?
Well, one thing you like about Speedy, I got a chance to play with him in San Antonio, and he was a big reason why we won the championship. Along with Tony Parker, those guys penetrated, forced the defense, put a lot of pressure on him. And once he gets in game-type shape, you know, he's been out a little bit. He's always in shape. It's just he's missed a lot. He will bring that extra ball handler, that extra guy who loves to compete. One thing you like about Speedy, he takes the challenges on the defensive end and the offensive end. And what I like is, even if he might miss it, he gets in the lane and gives guys a chance to get offensive rebounds. He keeps the defense off balance, and he competes. I have to say it again. He loves to play the game, and he will play hard.
Weber passes out of the double team. Iguodala scores. Well, Joe Johnson found himself matched up underneath with Iguodala. Here's Childress, again using his speed to get down the floor and make a play.
This small ball is working to the Hawks' advantage. cutting into that league a little bit. But a good timeout by Mo Cheeks. He's going to say, hey, let's talk this over. We got to get back.
Hawks have cut it back to 12 with 6:58 left in the second on opening night on FSN South.
Stop playing with me, you old whippersnapper.
By Sonic. And by Advance Auto Parts. Here's tonight's trivia question brought to you by Bell South with the Hawks trailing by 12. What future Hall of Fame coach was the Hawks coach in their first season back when they were known as the Tri-Cities Blackhawks, when they played in Moline, Rock Island, Illinois, and Davenport, Iowa, right there on the Mississippi River? Got an idea?
Got a pretty good idea. Not going to give it away, though.
Oh, yeah. There it is right there.
They beat me to it.
Oh, we'll miss him so.
Yes, we will.
Funeral for Red yesterday. And we in the Hawks organization with the rest of the sports world, not just the basketball world, paying our condolences to Red's family. Big night, of course, in Boston. Celtics opening up with New Orleans, and a big tribute for Red prior to the game tonight. Here's Joe Johnson with a deep wing shot for his first three-pointer. 7 tonight. And hey, what do you know? The Hawks are down 9, 37-28.
The NBA.
I told you, Smitty, that clock gets you back in this thing.
Yep. Just keep playing hard.
Iguodala swings it. Here's Green from the wing. And good block out by Pachulia to keep D'Alembert away from the basketball. 37-28. Joe Johnson feeling it. Back irons this one. Rebound controlled by Weber.
You have to pick one play or one possession in the first half.
Oh, Iverson.
Oh, we got our first
palm of the night
of the basketball.
Yeah, when you get that call, round up the usual suspects. And he is one of them.
Yes, he is. And probably about 90% of the league.
A timeout with 5:50 to play. In the second quarter, 37-28. Hawks on an 11-2 run.
My dream.
Season opener, that's Ed Peskowitz on the right and his wife Penelope here to enjoy the Sixers-Hawks first game of the season, one of the Atlanta Spirit ownership group. Here's what's on tap for the Hawks. The home opener on Friday night against the New York Knicks. 7:30 our coverage on FSN South. Then the Magic in town Sunday at 2 p.m. Hawks hit the road next week at Cleveland and Toronto before hosting Seattle on November 11th. That's what's coming up for the Hawks. Hope to see you down at Phillips Arena. Every opening night in Atlanta is a special night, and always an interesting evening when the Knickerbockers are in town.
Yes. A lot of pressure on that organization and coach Isaiah Thomas.
37-28. Hawks putting together a nice run to get back into this game. 5.5 to go before halftime. Joe shoots an air ball. I just don't get the feeling, Smitty, he's in that great rhythm quite yet. He's hit a couple of nice shots, but overall still trying to find that rhythm. Iverson. Weber barrels in. Pachulia, great D. And see the rebound. Boy, that was outstanding defense by Pachulia.
And Solomon Jones came over and made Chris Webber hesitate on his shot, and I think that hurt him. But overall, Speedy did a good job denying AI. Zaza one-on-one and helped side by the young Solomon.
Hawks have done a much better job on the glass here in the second quarter. Childress with the runner. Rebound Philly. D'Alembert clears to Iverson. Hawks are +6 in rebound margin this period. Iverson from 15. In double figures with 11. 39-28.
He's good, though. Really
hard
good
to stop, and he's had some of his biggest games against the Hawks. He had 50 against Atlanta in this building in 2003. Claxton kicks it. Childress deflected by Korver, picked off by D'Alembert. Here's Iguodala going in on Claxton, and Speedy wraps him up.
And that's what you can't have when you're trying to get back in the game is turnovers. The Hawks were doing a good job of controlling the pace. They wasn't getting out in transition, Philadelphia. And I think in half court, the Hawks are doing a good job against Philadelphia. It's just in transition, off turnovers and missed shots. And Philadelphia is getting out and running and getting easy baskets or getting to the free throw line.
Andre Iguodala had 7 double-doubles last year. Having a big offensive first half. He's got 8, make it 9. Iguodala has scored 4 of his points from the free throw line. Changes. Tyronn Lue coming in for Atlanta. Claxton to the bench.
Checks back in for Atlanta.
Shavlik Randolph has come in for Philadelphia for Dallenberg. Iguodala's numbers against the Hawks the past 2 seasons.
I like Randolph, an undrafted player. Played really well for Philadelphia last year. Earned himself a spot last year and this year on this team.
A big rebounding night against the Hawks last season at 12 in a game here off the bench. Josh Smith didn't have a shot. Solomon Jones saves it to the cutting Lue. Tough turnaround is good. T. Lue with 6, 41-30. Here's Iverson backing up to fire. Short. Rebound to Solomon Jones. Lue looking in transition. Pachulia. Nice reverse. Didn't get the hoop, but will go to the line. Weber's first. Will put Pachulia on the line. Z with a very strong second quarter.
Zaza did a good job facing up Chris. And right now, a little age and a little non-mobility by Chris Webber. He took advantage of Zaza just going right at him. Used his strength. And I got to give any kind of run the Hawks have, you got to give credit to this guy. He's had a great second quarter.
Last year, Pachulia won a team award, very significant, the Bob Pettit Award, for his heart and his hustle. You talked about it earlier. When you're going to be up there in offensive rebounding in the NBA, that's heart, that's hustle, that's desire.
That's just a will to go get the basketball, and you have to work to be an offensive rebounder or any kind of rebound in this league. And Zaza Pachulia is doing that for the Hawks. He did it last year, and in the second quarter, he really kept the Hawks in this game. Even though they're down 9 still, it could have been worse than that. But Zaza Pachulia kept the Hawks in this game so far.
Pachulia has 9 boards in the game, 6 in the period. Iguodala turns it over, and the Hawks get it back.
76ers do not like the basketball now.
Yeah, that's right.
They liked it at the beginning.
Early returns,
but right
yes,
now,
but not now.
Not now. The basket right here puts a lot of pressure on them. We have a ball game.
Childress inside. Long arm of Weber blocked that one. And a jump ball. So Childress and Weber.
Who wins this, Bob? I got Childress in this one.
I agree with you.
Chris is a veteran, though. He might lean into him.
Step on his foot.
Step on his foot. Bump into him.
Hawks make a change. This is Matt Freachy, the former Vanderbilt sharpshooter, coming in for Solomon Jones.
Solomon has done a good job. Yeah, I like young Solomon. He's active. He's long. He's changed some shots.
And he didn't have that deer in the headlights look that
No, he didn't.
a lot of rookies have in their first NBA game. Here's Korver. Hey, Weber won that tip, Smitty.
He's got it.
Travel.
A lot of people are down on Chris Webber, but if you look at his numbers, 20 and 10, I'll take him.
He is one of 5 active to average 20 and 10 in his career. He had 20 points and 9.9 rebounds last season. Another turnover.
Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Killing the Hawks right now. Without those turnovers, this game could be much, much closer.
Iverson pushes the lead back to 11. 13 in this first half for AI. We finished second to Kobe Bryant in the league scoring race last season. Kobe at 35-4. Iverson at even 33. Whistle. And a defensive 3-second call against Philadelphia. And it's on Shavlik Randolph. And now Joe Forte explains it to Mo Chicks. Ever since they put that defensive 3-second rule in, the violation occurs, the whistle blows, and then the offending team points.
Everybody points.
Everybody
He was there. I was out. Then I wasn't in. Explain. Everybody. Who? Me?
20-second timeout.
Gotta love it.
2:17 left in the second quarter. We talked about opening night. Another reminder for you, Friday night, the Hawks and the New York Knicks. 7:30 will be tip-off time. All fans receive a rally towel. For tickets, you can get them online at Hawks.com or call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS for opening night, Friday night at Phillips. Boy, if the Hawks could get this thing down into single digit at halftime after trailing by 18, that would be a nice little comeback.
Yes, it would. Just to get it into single digits. And they have a chance.
Hawks have turned it over 10 times here in the first half. Tyronn Lue cuts it to 10. Joe Johnson back in for Josh Childress. Joe struggled with his shot. He's 3 of 11 in the first half. But as we know, that can turn around in an instant. And the Hawks will still be looking for him here as we come to the end of this second quarter. Joe, deep three, off the rim.
2 minutes.
Korver brings it up on Josh Smith. Iguodala. That's what he does best, right there.
Yes, he does. And Josh Smith kind of turned his head a little bit. He thought Iguodala was throwing it into the post, and Iguodala took advantage and just sprinted to the basket. A little bit more concentration from Josh on his guy. Can't always help.
Joe Johnson follows his own miss for his 9th point. He's not happy with his shooting.
No, he's not. You know, we have confidence, and I know Joe has confidence. He'll be back second half.
Iverson spins away from Lue, jumps into him, and draws the foul.
A lot of acting from AI on that play, but it was a foul by T. Lue. But AI was making sure the referees took a look at him and T. Lue. And you see right here, he couldn't beat him off the dribble. He's backing him in. He gives a little flop right there. Then he turns, he hangs. And he kind of, old trick when you're offensive player, kind of shoot into his arm and see if you can get the call.
Not that you ever tried that.
I use a lot of tricks. When you don't have that much athletic ability, Bob, you got to use a lot of tricks.
Especially when those knees are barking.
When those knees are barking, you got to go to something else.
14 for AI. 29-5 lifetime against Atlanta. He has scored those 15 tonight on just 9 shots. Last year he shot 45% from the field. Second best mark of his career. 47-35.
In every aspect of the game, he's getting better.
Yeah, and they didn't make the playoffs.
His shooting percentage, his assists, his recognition of the game, he steals lightning quick.
11 turnovers for the Hawks. Behind the back pass. Josh Smith fights forward. It's out of bounds to Philadelphia. Shot clock at 14. Korver against Johnson. Freegee got a hand on it. Randolph saves it. Korver controls. Fresh 24 for Philly. Iverson catch and shoot.
Hustle plays, and Randolph made that happen. Going after that loose ball, getting that offensive rebound, and giving the 76ers another possession, and AI capitalized on that one. Lead back up to 14.
At 49-35 with 10. 9, 8 in the quarter. Johnson kicks to the corner, and a whistle, an offensive foul on Joe Johnson as Shavlik Randolph took the charge.
Offensive foul on Joe Johnson is second. Sixers take a 20-second timeout. 20 seconds.
20-second timeout for Philly to set something up with 6.6.
That's a big play by Randolph. Offensive rebound, and then on this end, taking the charge, and Joe Johnson giving the 76ers another chance and maybe another basket going into this half. Those are 2 big hustle plays And that's an advantage to the 76ers right there. Just like Zaza Pachulia did for the Hawks in the second quarter. Randolph is doing those little hustle plays right now to help his team.
Lou's free throw cut it to 10 when he hit that one free throw for the defensive three. And it looked like the Hawks were going to have a chance to maybe knife into that lead a little further. But instead, Philadelphia has expanded it to 14 and might take it to 16 or 17 going into the locker room.
You're right. At that point, we were right at 10. And even before that, we had cut it to 9, and then we got that turnover where Iguodala got a chance to go down to the lane and Speedy had to foul him. But those two possessions right there gave the Hawks a chance to get back into this game. But right now, you need another stop. You don't want to go down 16. 14 is bad, but you don't want to add 2 more.
Iverson against Bozeman. Iverson faking, shooting, missing. And the first half comes to an end. So Cedric Bozeman is called on to make his debut. And, oh, by the way, go guard Iverson on a last-second shot.
Cold, and go get him.
Halftime on opening night. The Hawks stumbled out of the game, recovered, but trailed by 14 at halftime. It's 49-35 Sixers.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot